All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be showing you today how to be setting up your spiral notebook, and in this case, it's going to be the AP Macroeconomics. But before we start that, first thing I need to start with is showing you how to use glue. That's right, I'm going to show you how to use glue. First of all, I'm going to show you the wrong way to use glue. Like for example, glue is this is the wrong way to use it. There are some students that put a lot of glue, and notice how much I'm putting. Oh, that way it doesn't fall off. No. Look at this. Notice how close it is to the edge, and then when you put it on the paper, if you notice, oh my gosh, I already started making a mess. Look at that. As you can tell right here, the glue is coming out, okay? Why? Because I use too much glue. Look, it's coming over here also. And then you have some students that pound on it, and it's a mess. Now keep in mind, when you close the spiral, the pages are gonna get stuck, and when I'm gonna be grading your spiral, I need to look at your papers. If I can't see it, how can I give you credit? So if you make a mess like this and it's all stuck, which I had some students do before, I can't give you credit, but it's not fair. Yes, it is. I'm showing you how and why. All right, let me show you the correct way. All right, glue goes a long way. All you need to do is put a couple of dots, okay, like I'm doing right here. And if you notice, I'm not very close to the edge, okay, and that's all you need. Therefore, when you put it on your spiral notebook, there it is. That's all you need. Okay, that's all you need. If you notice, there's no mess, nothing coming out on the edges. Okay, perfect. All right, now let me move on to the spiral notebook. If you remember, I requested a spiral notebook, a minimum of 150 pages, and college ruled. Okay, now when you're going to be, I gave you a packet of papers. Okay, this is the first one that you're going to be cutting. Now some of you have spirals that are wide, and you might not need to cut them. This one does need to be cut, all right? And when you cut the papers, notice where I'm writing. This is más o menos where you're going to be cutting, all right? Like about that much, okay? That way when you glue it on the paper of the spiral notebook, it fits in there. Okay, now I'm going to be going a little on the fast side, and the reason for that is this video you can stop, pause, rewind, whatever you need to do. All right, notice this is the front cover, and when you turn it in, I'm going to be putting, in this case it's mine, I'll be putting your name, last name. All right, as I mentioned, the first paper that you're going to be cutting is this one. Keep in mind, I haven't signed that paper. I'll be giving that back to you all, and when I give it back to you all, that's when you start gluing it on there. It needs to have my name on there. Okay, now right here, this is skip this. This is just a pocket that's on there. First paper that you're going to be gluing on there is this one that says AP Macroeconomics, and it shows you the units. You turn the page, and that's where you, this thing is messing with me. All right, there we go. All right, right here, if you notice, I have the title, Individual Choice, the Core of Economics, and this is the page numbers, page 2 to 4. Now, notice how I have this paper set up. By the way, I number my pages. I suggest that you do, because that's how I look for your stuff. Now, when I showed you the video on Cornell Notes, that lady was talking about, oh, you fold. No, don't worry about folding it. What I do, and I expect you to do that, is you see this red line right here? from this red line to right here is 1 inch, okay? Like in this case, 7 to 8, and all you do is mark it with a pencil, and draw your line. But the first line you're going to be drawing is this one down here. Keep in mind that you're going to leave 3 spaces for writing, and then you put the line, and then you do that one, okay? So this is the way that you're going to be setting up your spiral notebook. The left side are the notes, Cornell notes, and the right side are the activities. In this case, okay, let's go to page 2, okay, and of course I didn't number it. Okay, this is page 2. Okay, notice what I'm putting on there, create a perspective piece, the one that's labeled economy. Again, you have this packet of papers, just go ahead and cut. And then you draw a line. Notice usually the middle is where that hole is, and you put that. Again, I'm going at a steady speed because you can pause and continue. On page 3, the 4 factors of production, and I'll be showing you in class how to do this. Page 4, the module 1 vocabulary, again, cut and put it in there. Again, some of you are going to need to cut, others not. Page 5, opportunity cost, and I'll put the page numbers. All right, and Cornell notes. Page 6, this thing keeps coming up. I don't know if you can see that or not. All right, page 6, opportunity cost. Page 7, microeconomics versus macroeconomics, and here's page 5. On page 8, notice how I have it sideways facing this way. That way when you work on it, you can work on it this way. It's easier to work on it this way than that way, all right? So this is page 8. Page 9, positive versus normative economics. That's pages 6 to 8. This is page 9. Page 10, this is normative and positive statements. I'll explain that in class. Page 11, the business cycle, pages 10 to 13. And what I mean by pages 10 to 13 is on your textbook, what you're going to be doing is reading that, the business cycle, that section, pages 10 to 13, and you're going to be taking down Cornell notes. My suggestion, do it on a separate paper. That way if you make mistakes, you can correct them in pencil. And then when you're going to put it on the spiral, remember, I'm grading your spirals, so they have to be nice and neat. I'm going to be grading not only for information, but neatness. And then you transfer it here. Page 12, the business cycle, the diagram. Page 13, economic growth, pages 13 to 14. Page 14 is economic growth, unemployment, and inflation. Page 15, trade-offs, the production possibilities curve, pages 16 to 21. This is 15. Page 16, production possibilities frontier. Here we go. That came out. Page 17, gains from trade, pages 23 to 24. Page 18, if you notice, what I want you to notice is, hey, wait a minute, it's the same title. Well, what you see here is you have notes that you're going to be reading from the textbook and writing it down. Then the next day, this is a lecture that I'm going to be doing in the classroom, and you notice the activities over here correspond with the activities on the left. So on the left side, you have notes. On the right-hand side, you usually have an activity that goes with that. Page 19 is comparative advantage. Scratch out the trade, don't put trade. Comparative advantage and gains from trade, pages 24 to 29. Page 20, comparative advantage and gains from trade. Again, this is an activity that's compared to the left, and that's modules 1, 2, 3, 4. In other words, 20 pages, and that's unit number 1. Okay, if you notice the very first page over here, notice, let me zoom in. All right, if you notice, unit number 1, basic economic concepts, modules 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is unit number 1. If you notice, it looks like we got a lot, and we do, 8 units, but we go through them quick. They're short. All right, that's it. Thank you very much.